Welcome back to Sportsbook Review Videos. We have been running through the NFL preseason so far. Even after splitting a pair of NFL picks in week number 2, we are still 6-1 on the NFL preseason, just over 5 units of profit, and I am looking to keep that going here. Week number 3, the all-important week of the preseason, the most important fake football games of the season, and a good one, I think, to target here on Saturday morning. Opening day of the weekend slate here is the Kansas City Chiefs heading into Soldier Field to play the Chicago Bears as the Chiefs come in as a 1-point favorite in this one, total of just 41 points. One of the lower totals so far of week number 3, and that could mean that defense could reign in this one. And I have a couple of interesting caveats here that could lead to a very good play on this game coming up later in the weekend. But obviously, John Fox and Andy Reid's two head coaches that have been very, very solid in this position in week number 3 in the preseason, with Fox combined with Denver and Chicago, Reid combined with Philadelphia and Kansas City. These two are 19 and 12 in week 3 of the preseason throughout their careers. Very, very impressive. Reid just a little bit more impressive, though. Fox coming in at 8 and 6. Reid coming in at 11 and 6. He has been fantastic in week number 3, and both of these teams are looking for their first win of the preseason, so you have to think it's going to be a pretty highly contested game, even in the first half with the starters coming in. Neither one of these two offenses really do a whole lot for you, and I think it's one of the reasons why the total is so low in this one. In fact, I think that Kansas City could very much get the better of the Bears offense, which went scoreless in week number 1 overall. On the flip side, even though Chicago defense is improving here, with that linebacking core obviously much improved from last season, they're still going to give up some points potentially in the secondary. But how much is Kansas City going to throw here in this one is another big question. I think we could be looking at a potential for an underplay in this one. But I think the second half under is actually where the value is going to lie with this one. Obviously, we won't have lines for the first half until later, heading towards Saturday, maybe Friday. Those will come out. Second half lines will not come out until halftime of this one. But if that's the case, I still think the under could be a very, very good play between these two teams on the second half, because neither of them have done much scoring in the second half. Obviously, that happens a lot in the preseason with backup offenses coming in, not having a whole lot of upside. But at this point, these two teams have not scored at all in the second half. Kansas City got blanked last week in the second half. They've scored a total of 3 points in the second half so far in 2 weeks of the preseason. Chicago, on the other hand, has scored 11 points in the second half of 2 preseason games. I think the under here in the second half is a very good play. Wait till you get the lines out for this one, but it should add another winning ticket to our total here in week number 3. That'll do it for me this time. Make sure you check out all of our other preseason picks for some winning cash value plays here in the preseason. Of course, stay tuned for all of our preseason coverage heading into the regular season of the NFL. But until then, for Sportsbook Review, I'm Jordan Sharp.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.